Hey guys, welcome back. We are here for another video with yours truly. I am so excited to talk about minimalism today and how the principles of minimalism can help us to improve our overall well-being. Minimalism essentially is the philosophy that the quality of life can be increased with less. And by spending time and energy on money on things of personal value and importance, rather than living up to the societal expectations of what should be desired. So a big reason for this trend in minimalism and how it has recently popped up over the past recent years, is due to the fact that as a society, we are addicted to consumption. We are addicted to having more and more and more things, feeling like we need to experience more and more and more things, and therefore burning ourselves out in the process to accumulate more things and more experiences. And the illusion and the lie behind this is that this does not guarantee happiness whatsoever. Having more is the lie that has been told for centuries since marketing and propaganda has existed. It is really a money-making machine. The idea that you have to participate in a specific experience or to have a certain thing in order to be happy and to feel like you are part of the collective and to feel like you belong is an illusion, because we are all worthy, we all belong, and we do not need things outside of ourselves to make us happy. But that is the lie that's been told, that is the illusion, that is a part of being in this matrix, feeling like we need to participate in materialism in order to feel whole. And there's nothing wrong with participating in this matrix, because we are here, we have to participate in this matrix, right? We cannot escape. We are here for a reason, to experience what is here in this 3D realm. However, there's a time and a place, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't travel the world and, purchase certain things that make you happy and, go shopping and do all the things that are considered fun or that make you happy and bring joy in the moment. But we should not place our, too much importance on certain experience and things as a part of this journey, this process to feeling whole and to improving our overall well-being. Because we don't, all these things back here that you see, like, I don't need all those books really to make me happy. I don't, right? Like, I don't need this laptop to make me happy. It's just a means to an end. I need this laptop so that I can share with you my wisdom and my knowledge. And so I have to pay money for this. But, purchasing my laptop was an investment. It was something that was of value to me because I value my work, the work that I do in sharing my wisdom and helping others, right? And so that is in alignment with who I am and who I want to be and how I want to show up. But a lot of the times, the way that we consume and spend our money, our valuable money on things, is not because it is a value and it is an alignment. It is because we want to please others. It is because there are external pressures in society that are telling us that we need to experience a certain thing in order to feel whole, in order to feel like our lives are worthy and worth experiencing and is an investment in our future self, although we do not know the discrepancy as to what is truth and what is a lie. And so this is why minimalism is so important. It is, I guess you could say it's a way of life. I like to say it's a philosophy. It's a way of thinking. It is not, you don't have to be a practicing minimalist all the time. But I find that there are benefits in the framework and the philosophy and the ideologies around minimalism. And we're gonna explore some of that today. I have three ways that we can embody minimalism and how it can improve our overall well-being. So the first aspect of minimalism that I really have been embodying the past couple of years and incorporating into my coaching practice and when working with my clients is this reduction in overconsumption, right? You may have watched like those videos of hoarders, people that accumulate so much clutter and they're unable to get rid of it. They have so much stuff in their environment, even just food waste. The world in total, every year, we waste about 2.5 billion tons of food. Some countries waste about 40-50% of their food. Some households waste about 40-50% of their food. And there's this underlying consensus that we take on more than what we need, or we acquire more than what we need to the point where we don't need it anymore, and then it goes to waste, right? Even when we think about clothes and shopping, how much of this fast fashion has contributed to global warming, climate change, the degradation in our environment, right? And so a lot of what's happening with the degradation of our environment and climate change has a lot to do with overconsumption. Has a lot to do with society wanting more and more and more and not being satisfied with having just enough. And so I think one way that we can reduce the stress and anxiety in our lives around just having to live, having to withstand the everyday pressures to have certain things and experiences is to reduce this overconsumption, is to remind ourselves that actually by using less, by purchasing less, we're actually doing good service and we're being a good steward to this environment, right? Also keeping in mind that overconsumption can be a trauma response. So this feeling like you don't have enough is what can fuel you to spend more than what you need and to acquire more than what you need, or to place yourself in situations that give a false sense of worthiness and feeling like you are enough. So 2, which goes really hand in hand with overconsumption, is the idea that you can actually save more money by practicing more minimalist principles, right? So the idea of having less, acquiring less, actually forces you to spend less money, right? Because a lot of the things that we're acquiring or the experiences that we want to have require money. And so if you realize that by having to not engage in certain experiences or having to not have so much things in your environment or in your personal space, that can actually force you to save much more. And then you can use that extra money to put towards certain desires and goals that are of value to you and are actually more important and that are gonna fast track your way to whatever success it is that you desire. And then number 3 is by embodying certain minimalist practices, you can actually achieve your goals much faster. And why do I say this? Well, essentially, when you're trying to achieve a goal, we need to keep in mind that everyone has different goals. Everyone is working towards different things based on what they deem is important, right? We're all different. We all have different experiences, background stories. And so that is going to form what it is that we want to work towards in this lifetime. And so when you know yourself really well, when you know what your values are and what's important to you, you will not allow the media or any external source, voices, people in your life to dictate to you what it is that you need and how you should be spending your time, energy, and money. This is an amazing place to get to when you do that work and you embody some of these minimalist principles, because you no longer are as anxious. You no longer are as stressed to achieve certain things in your life, because you realize that a lot of the things that we are told to achieve may not actually be in alignment with what you need. And then 2, because there's less pressure on yourself to achieve or to acquire certain things or to experience certain things, you are much more happier. You finally realize that a lot of what it takes to make you whole comes from within, and actually doesn't cost that much money at all. And so, you know, when you are about to make that next purchase, I think it's really about asking yourself, why am I making this purchase? Is it in alignment with my goals, my future goals, and who I want to be? Is it in alignment with my values? And is this going to add to the time and the energy and the money? Is it going to be a strain or a drain on those channels, or is it going to add? Is it going to help me to expand and to live life with more quality, right? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Sure, certain experiences can add to it, certain things can add to this expansion, and then there are also things that will decrease and retract from that expansion that you desire. And so keeping in mind these three things, right? That minimalism can help with the overall well-being because you are no longer over consuming. You are actually benefiting the people around you and the environment and being a steward to this planet by not over consuming. And then 2, you're saving more money, which means that money can now go towards things that are more important. And 3, this is gonna help you to fast track towards the goals that you actually want to achieve, because now your money can go towards things that are worth the investment. And when you do acquire these things and experiences, they are much more meaningful. So if you find any of these to be true, if you have found any of this to help you in your past, if you are excited and ready to sort of embody some of these philosophies moving forward, these minimalist philosophies moving forward in order to sort of improve your overall well-being, to feel less anxious, to feel less stressed, to live life in more alignment, with more joy, and with more ease, then, you know, really, I hope that you walk away and really embody these perspectives and keep them in mind as you purchase things, as you have certain experiences or work towards certain experiences. Really check in with yourself, whether this is something that you need or if this is just a want and a desire that can be delayed, right? This delayed gratification that can actually serve you more in the long term. So have fun practicing some minimalist ways of being and interacting with the world and the people around you. And I hope that this really helps you to feel more whole, to feel happier within your everyday life. And if you want to see more videos like this, please like and please subscribe, because I will be sharing more insightful videos on how to just be well, how to build wealth, and how to create the life you love. See you guys around next time.